picked up in here today. Practice 4 is in the books, and again, I think another good day. I think probably the most impressive thing is how our kids practice, just tempo-wise. We talk a lot about how the Steelers practice and how we practice, and you know, Steelers practice so smart, and you know, not falling on the ground. Our guys are, I think, starting to figure it out. I see a lot of smart team decisions as far as not taking cheap shots, and so that's the first thing, because you know, you can't play this game without guys on the field. You want to try to keep your best 11, 12, 13 guys on the field. So health is obviously important, especially in the spring when you don't have as many bodies, when you have all those, you know, guys from Pro Day yesterday that aren't in the mix. So, but overall, good day, physical. Kids played hard again. I think, you know, cleaned up details from Tuesday, and again, we continue to install new things. So we had some third down stuff in. We had red zone offense and defense in today, so we got some looks at that.
You said the other day you feel like the defensive line's obviously ahead of the offensive line at this point. What are you looking for those guys on the defensive line? What do you know, if you know that they're going to be ahead of the guys that they're going against all the time, what do you still want to see out of them? Well,
you know what, when you say that, I mean, then you go today and the offense comes back. So they're punching back and forth. I mean, there's times where the offense is running the ball. So, I mean, when you talk ahead, you know, you're not saying it's like, you know, the D-line's here and the O-line's way down here. I mean, it's a back and forth thing. I mean, there's times when the offense got the best of the defense, too. So it goes back and forth. But when you look at overall, just with the youth that we have on the O-line, you got to say the defense is ahead. And we have some, you know, we got a lot of mature guys. Everybody on defensive line has played last year. They're not a guy up there that hasn't played. So that's when you say they're ahead, just because when you look at the big picture. But, you know, the O-line's doing some nice things, and the quarterbacks are doing a good job of getting the ball out, and that makes everybody's job a lot easier.
When you did your offseason evevaluations, and Charlie did his, and Randy did his, did you get what you needed out of the defensive line last season?
No, you never do. I mean, when we went through every play, you know, and maybe, you know, half of the plays we went through twice just to go look at it a different way. I mean, sometimes we'll look at, you know, a front or a coverage and a blitz, and then sometimes we'll go back and watch a formation, so you're seeing those same plays over and over. You're looking at a situation. You know, you're constantly trying to get better. Nobody's good enough, you know, and I think, you know, you continually, you know, even if you think you're good, then we're trying to get even better, and I think that's what we try to take out of those, you know, those winter studies.
Have you seen Patrick Jones sort of season on some of that momentum he generated in the bowl game?
You know what? Not yet. You know, he's lost a couple pounds. He had a little sickness. You know, not that that matters, but you know, so he's been just, you know, maybe not as good as you want to. He's over there with Mom right now, giving her a hug. So he's just, you know, he's had a little stomach virus or whatever, and you know, so we're just trying to get him back from that. So, but you know, he will. I guarantee you that he's been locked in and ready to go.
It seems like the middle of the defensive line is an interesting spot where you might not always get big production numbers out of it. What do you look for from the tackles? I mean, how do you just evaluate those guys on numbers? A little more than that?
Yeah, it's a lot more than numbers. I mean, D tackles aren't making a ton of tackles and sacks and TFLs, but you know, obviously they want to try to stay in their gap. I mean, we want those guys to, you know, to be gap sound and doing the right thing, and it comes down to, you know, executing and doing the right things. I think, and again, as long as they're doing the right thing and in the right spot, and I'm not, you know, even if they get reached or doubled a little bit, our linebackers will fit off them, but they got to, you know, at least make the linebackers understand where they are, and I think that's the key for those guys.
Are those young guys? Are those young guys, Twyman and Danielson? Are they pushing Watson and Camp?
You know, Watson, Camp are veterans that can move pretty good, but you know, we're going to play 4 guys in there. So Devin, you know, Tyler Bentley, don't count that guy out. That guy's looking good too. And they all, you know, they all got a chance.
First spring here for your quarterbacks, other than Kenny. What have you learned about Nick, Davis, or even Jeff, who was obviously with you guys last season?
You know, obviously Jeff's, you know, a seasoned guy, and you know, every day's a different day, but. And Davis is the puppy in camp, but they're all doing a great job. I mean, I think, you know, we talk every day about our personnel, and Coach Whipple's excited about what they're doing, how they're doing it. But, you know, Nick showed some things. They've had opportunities to each alternate and get in those 2 minutes and run the offense. So I think each day they get better. And again, it's really, they're all freshmen, really, when you look at, you know, new quarterback coach, you know, Coach Whipple, new offense coordinator. So it's all, you know, it's all fresh, and they're all kind of starting from square one.
How do you straddle that line of, obviously we have a guy who's started every game last year at that spot, but still telling those young guys we want you to push him and you have a chance?
Well, that's how, you know, you give them reps and you give them opportunities to keep getting better, and again, you know, we want to get, you know, 3 or 4 guys ready to go, because you never know when you get down to them. I think I might have mentioned this in the past. I had 7 quarterbacks one year. We were playing with our 7th guy, so we just got to make everybody's best they can, period. I don't care if it's on the D-line or receiver position.
All right. Okay? Thanks, Pat.